Yeah, we like to think that we're out there, we're making our presence known, and that we live in a very safe community.
Got clutter piling up? FM Junket in Carson, Iowa is your hometown cleanup crew. Fast hauling, fair prices, and now easy dumpster rentals for DIY cleanouts. Your single items to full-on messes, FM Junket gets it done. Call today and breathe a little easier. Prom season is coming fast, and Inspire Couture in Glenwood has the dress that feels like you. From sleek and modern to bold and unforgettable, every gown is handpicked to help you shine. Find your perfect fit, feel confident, and make prom night one to remember. Only at Inspire Couture. In Mills County and beyond, home is about people. And Ruby Realty is proud to be part of this community. Whether it's residential, commercial, their team brings local knowledge and genuine care to every step. Ruby Realty is rooted right here and serving neighbors just like you. Good morning. Welcome again to Mills County Roots. I'm here in Glenwood, Iowa at the Mills County Sheriff's Office with our sheriff, Greg Schultz. Good morning.
Good morning.
May I call you Greg?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good
absolutely.
morning. Thank you for having me over. I think it's really nice to be able to get a personal interview with you so that more of the general public knows who you are. You know, I think a lot of times we see the sheriff and we think strictly law enforcement, but I know your job entails so much more than law enforcement.
It does.
Yeah, so many things going on all over the county that you affect and that then that affect you and the sheriff's office in general. So, well, what I like to do first is just get to know you personally. Just talk a little bit about.
Sure.
I guess let's start with you personally.
Yep. So I grew up in Schleswig, Iowa, and I graduated up there in a long time ago. We won't say when. A long time ago, and then went to the University of South Dakota, where I graduated with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice with a minor in speech communication.
Okay.
Upon completion of college, I came back home, worked for the summer, and then started my law enforcement career with the South Dakota Highway Patrol. I was up there for 2.5 years before my then wife and I moved down to Glenwood. I went to work for the Glenwood Police Department for 4 years before applying up in Council Bluffs. I worked in Council Bluffs for 25.5 years, where I reached the rank of captain.
Wow.
And then the opportunity to retire in Council Bluffs and come down here and be back even more involved with the community here in Mills County. The timing was right. The opportunity was right. I have a passion for where I live. I always hoped that if I could do something that could make the county better to bring my kids back, I would. So I took the opportunity and ran for sheriff and was fortunate enough to be elected.
Wow, wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
In the middle of that, I was mayor in Glenwood for 6 years back in the early 2000s. And then I also sat on the Glenwood School Board for a term plus a little bit. So.
Wow. So you've really invested your life in Mills County in general. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. I try.
Yeah. Thank you for all of that community service and all of your law enforcement service. That's quite. We were enjoying some challenge coins that you have on the wall over here just a few minutes ago, and I'll take a shot of those before we leave. But you've networked in a big way all across all of those agencies that you've worked for, and so when you go home at night, when you take the Kevlar off and you lay your sidearm down, who are you then?
It's a great question. I'm probably borderline fiercely competitive. But I like to do the fun side of me. I still probably take a little bit too serious. I like to play a little bit of golf.
Oh,
I like to shoot. I do competitions both here in the state of Iowa and then some a little bit out west as far as the shooting competitions go. The golf, I'm not as good as I used to be, so I can't be as upset with myself, or I get upset with myself for not being as good as I used to be, and that makes it tough because I don't necessarily
yeah.
compete like I want to. So
you got to have some fun sometimes, right?
I'm not very good at that.
Oh my goodness. So, talk a little bit about, without getting too personal because of your position, talk a little bit about the family side of you, your family and.
So my wife, Brandy, is a certified public accountant. She is a managing director with Deloitte, which is up in Omaha. It's a nationwide, worldwide firm.
Okay.
She's been there for 32 years, her 32nd busy season, as accountants like to keep track of those. And then she also owns Brandy's Dance Studio here just to the south of Glenwood. So besides being a full-time professional, she's also a business owner. And I'm the proud father of 4 daughters. I have 2 that are now married and one that just graduated college and then one that's in college. So,
Okay.
yep. I do have 1 grandson as well. So he keeps us busy.
Yeah. I have a 5-year-old granddaughter who goes to Brandy's dance studio.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah.
She loves it. Yep. Now that all of our kids are out, she still likes to go down there and just be in tune with the kids.
Yeah, I need to give her a call because I'd love to interview her and talk
Perfect.
about
I have her number.
Okay. Very nice. Well, that's great. And 1 grandson, you said.
Yes. Yep. Bowen.
Yeah.
He's about 17 months and on the go, just constantly moving. So,
yeah.
which is awesome.
That's fun.
Yep.
That's fun. We have 2 in our family that are in that age group. So yeah. But I have to brag for a minute. I have 10 grandkids.
Oh goodness. No, I don't know if I'll live to see that.
Yeah,
I guess we'll see.
4 kids and 10 grandkids.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Yeah, I don't think we're done. We'll see. My son, he lives out in Montana, and he only has 1. The others are, one has 4, one has 3, one has 2.
Yep.
And he has 1. So I'm sure he and his wife will have more. So
I'm sure we'll have more.
the joy of life.
That's right.
It is
That's
the joy.
exactly
It is, and our kids are too. But those grandkids, my goodness.
They are something.
Yeah.
A lot of fun to be around.
Yeah. That's great. So it just happens that we're doing this interview during Ag Week. So I think I'm going to want to post this during Ag Week, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about road safety in the season that's coming up on us, and we can't tell what season it is day to day around here.
No kidding. Yeah.
It was 11 degrees coming over here, and now in 3 days we're looking at 80 degrees in the forecast.
And
So,
last Sunday, I was outside all afternoon at 73.
wow, isn't that
So,
something? Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Pile-ups on the interstates last night. Did you
Yes.
get called out to any of that?
We did not. We were pretty fortunate here in Mills County. We did a couple of slide offs, but no major crashes.
Yeah, well, that's great.
Yes.
That's great. So what I wanted you to talk about a little bit is road safety, farm machinery on the roads. We're coming into April here in a short time. We're right in the middle of March right now. But because it's Ag Week, I wanted to get your take on that. You've lived in the farm community, obviously, always. So I'd like for you to be able to put something out there to the public about what the general public can do.
Yeah. Our first and foremost is to slow down. We're all in a hurry. We all have to be somewhere, but you're much better off to be 2, 3, 5, 10 minutes late than to have to crest a hill and meet a tractor with duals that's pulling an anhydrous. Next thing you know, you can't get stopped in time. So first and foremost is to slow down, and then just knowing that, like you said, as we're coming into our spring season with planting, when you crush that hill, you have to go slow. You have to know that no matter what, there's probably something over the top of that roadway or that hill on the roadway. And it's just so much easier if you're just not going Mach 1 to get to wherever it is you're going to be late for.
True.
So yeah, first thing first, slow down. And then second thing is, a lot of those larger pieces of machinery, they'll wing up or they'll make themselves as narrow as possible, but machinery continues to get bigger and bigger, and it takes up so much of that roadway, in particular on our gravel roads and our side roads here in Mills County. Yeah, you just have to be on the lookout for them. This is actually what I just gave my deputies a safety brief at our last staff meeting, was about the fact that spring is rolling around and all the equipment is out there moving.
Yeah.
Most of the time when we're responding somewhere, we are going way fast. And you just really have to pay attention and know that they're there, and use caution really over every hill.
Sure. And the gravel's unpredictable.
So unpredictable. And it just doesn't take much to you drop one tire off and you're in the ditch. So, yeah.
Or rolled.
Or rolled. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, well, that's good. Thank you for addressing that. I think it's important for us to put the word out there every season, whether it's in the spring, in the planting season, putting on anhydrous, fall harvest, those semis that are coming from the farm fields and from the grain bins, they're full, they're heavy,
Yep.
and they could be over the crest of a hill, just trying to get,
Yep.
trying to just pick up speed to get rolling, and you can't stop on the gravel.
No, that's exactly it.
So what is the recommendation for distancing yourself?
I don't know if there is an exact recommendation. What I tell my guys, we're good drivers for the most part. So it so much depends on how well you drive. I'm going to tell somebody that's under the age of 30, I used to think I could drive pretty good too. And then as I've grown older, I realized that I don't drive quite as I'm not quite the NASCAR driver that I thought I was.
Yeah.
So the big thing is just know your abilities. If you are on gravel, you're not comfortable on gravel, you sure shouldn't be going very fast on gravel. And then, as far as the stopping distance goes, the stopping distance, as you mentioned, a semi is not, especially if they're running farm to field or field to farm, and then so they're going to be overweight, they're going to be heavy, they're going to be very difficult to get stopped. They're also not going to get moving very fast. So when they pull out of that field entrance onto that roadway, it's going to take them an inordinate amount of time to get up on the roadway and get that speed going. So, just take 10 mile an hour off the speed, give them the extra distance. And there's, in the fall during harvest especially, you're going to have maybe some extra, seeds coming off the back of the trailer, stuff that's going to cause, come up and hit your windshield or something like that. So give them the extra distance. It doesn't hurt a thing. And now it never fails in the spring. We're always going to have mud on the roadways. That'll cause your vehicle not to stop nearly as well. It's almost like an ice causes that your tires not to grip the road as well.
Yeah.
So.
Very good. Very good. Thank you for pointing those things out. I think we just go from point A to point B most of the time and maybe don't think about that stuff. We have our regular routes we take and we get tunnel vision and
Yes.
and we in general we do that. So thank you for expressing those things. So outside of that, I was doing a little research this morning, and the crime rate in Mills County is 0.01%. Is that right?
Could very well be.
Yeah, it's like
pretty low.
1.8 something in 1,000.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so that is a high testament to county law enforcement, city law enforcement in local cities, but mostly I'm going to say county law enforcement. Your deputies are all over the county and cooperating and contracting with different cities in the county, correct?
That is correct. We contract with the 6 incorporated cities that are in Mills County. Mineola is unincorporated at this time, so we do not have a contract with Mineola, but the other 6 cities we do. So yeah, we cover. I'm going to quote Jacob Farrow, our county engineer, who we work with on a regular basis. I believe he said we got about 740 miles of roadway in Mills County, and that's to include all the gravel and plus all the other roadways. That's a lot of miles to cover when you have 14 full-time sworn staff.
Yeah,
Yep.
that is a lot of miles.
Yes. Yep. We can't be everywhere all the time. The crime rate, that may be partially attributed to the fact that maybe people aren't reporting every little minor theft or something like that. But yeah, we like to think that we're out there, we're making our presence known, and that we live in a very safe community.
Actually, that number was specific to violent crime.
Yeah.
And then the other number, I think, was 2 point something per thousand for property crimes.
Yep.
So, yeah, I feel like what you're saying is coinciding exactly with what I read. So that, I tell you what, you're doing a really good job.
Well, I'd love to take all the credit, but I can't. I mean, I got 13 guys that work for me, and I use the term guys as the gang.
Yeah.
We have 2 female deputies, but they work hard. They're out there every day. They're not afraid to stop into a Casey's or a BP or somebody out there just to stop in and say hello, have a cup of coffee, which is great. That's part of that presence that we need to have out there as well. And they put miles on the cars. Our cars wear out, but putting miles on the cars, being seen on the gravel roads, being seen in the small towns, it's very important.
Yes, indeed. And there's a sense of security, seeing that presence for the general public, but also it's good for some of those people just to know you're right around the corner.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. On the force continuum, officer presence is the first thing. Generally speaking, if you walk up in a full uniform, it changes the tune of the game that's being played at the time. So
right.
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I really like the fact that you're very cognizant of not only are you an authority, but more of a community servant. And it sounds like that's the way your deputies operate as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a great bunch. They are not afraid to go out and put on a program. They're not afraid, like I said, to stop in at a quick shop, stop at the Old Farts Coffee Club in Malvern, have a cup of coffee.
The Old Farts Coffee Club.
Yeah, they've accepted me very well. But yeah, they'll stop in. I got one guy who's stopping at the quick stop up there on Highway 59 in Emerson and have a cup of coffee. So yeah, they're not afraid to go out and socialize and be part of the community, not just during work, but also outside of work. And as far as the inside of work goes, it's not unusual for somebody to go, like I said, just have a cup of coffee or stop in and grab a soda and sit and chat for 10 minutes with whoever wants to have a conversation. So it's very good.
Very nice. Now let's talk a little bit. When we were talking about the challenge coins, I learned a little bit about you. So you were range master?
I was, yep. For a little over 4 years while I was up with the Council Bluffs Police Department. I ran their range up there, the Southwest Iowa Training Center. So I was the range master there for about a little over 4 years.
Okay, appreciate that.
Great. It was a great experience. If a guy could have figured out how to do that his entire career, it would have been.
Okay. Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kept everybody up to qualifications.
Correct. Yep. Okay. I did all of our internal qualifications with a cadre of instructors, but then I also did all the scheduling for outside agencies. Did range maintenance, did building maintenance, all that kind of stuff. Did the full gamut, but like I said, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of fun. I probably would have stayed there my entire career if would have allowed it.
Yeah. So. Guns are a big responsibility. Mm-hmm. I am an advocate for gun ownership, but there's a lot of responsibility with that. And when you own a gun and you own a gun for personal protection, and this is what hit me when I realized I am willing to pull that trigger. Mm-hmm. There comes a lot of responsibility with that. I made myself sit and think all the way through that.
Right.
And that's a final that's final decision.
It is.
It is a
Yes.
final decision, but at the same time, if your life is truly in danger, it also needs to be your first decision.
That's right.
So that's really a hard, as a compassionate human being, that's a hard thing to reconcile in the mind.
It is. It is. But you're spot on. If you're going to be willing to defend yourself, you have to consider defending yourself to the point of taking another person's life. You should think of that not just legally, but also morally.
Yes.
And then, as you talk about you having grandkids, me having a grandson, that the firearm safety in the house is incredibly important. You have to make sure that you take care of those things inside your house so that they're not accessible to kids, not accessible to all the littles that might just have those wandering fingers. So, yeah, absolutely. Very important, very big part of the responsibility of being a gun owner.
Yes.
And then an advocate of self-protection.
Yes.
And I'd love to say, and we mentioned it earlier, I've got 13 of the best people in the world working for me. But that doesn't mean that they're right around the corner for everybody that's out there.
Yes.
Response time is response time. If I have 2 deputies out and they happen to be handling a call at I-29 and Bungie Avenue, and a call comes out in Henderson or Hastings or Emerson, it's going to take some time for them to get there.
Yeah.
If you need to protect yourself, you need to protect yourself.
Right.
So,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We'd love to be there everywhere all the time, but we just can't.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. Enough said.
Yes, exactly. Agreed. Agreed.
Got clutter piling up? FM Junket in Carson, Iowa is your hometown cleanup crew. Fast hauling, fair prices, and now easy dumpster rentals for DIY cleanouts. Your single items to full-on messes, FM Junket gets it done. Call today and breathe a little easier. Prom season is coming fast, and Inspire Couture in Glenwood has the dress that feels like you. From sleek and modern to bold and unforgettable, every gown is handpicked to help you shine. Find your perfect fit, feel confident, and make prom night one to remember. Only at Inspire Couture. In Mills County and beyond, home is about people. And Ruby Realty is proud to be part of this community. Whether it's residential, commercial, their team brings local knowledge and genuine care to every step. Ruby Realty is rooted right here and serving neighbors just like you. Gosh, thank you so much for letting me come in and visit with
Absolutely.
you today. What have we not talked about that you feel like you want the general public to know about what the course of a day looks like for you or your deputies and even your administrative staff?
I would love to say that every day is monotonous and boring and nothing really happens, but every day is something new. It's kind of the reason I think a lot of us get into law enforcement in the first place. You never know what the next day is going to bring.
Right.
I can safely say that no day has been the same since I started, which I truly enjoy. The administrative side of the world, yeah, we have 3 of us that are really in the office kind of full time. That daily, that is our job. That's part of our job. So to say that it's the same every day, it's not. But there is some monotony there. But you come in, you answer your emails, you take care of the scheduling, you do all the stuff that has to be handled as far as the jail is concerned. You have civil side of the world, you have the criminal side. You're reviewing reports, you're getting ready for court 3 days of the month, and then you have juvenile court 2 days of the month, and you have all those other things that go on. But it truly is. It's just something that keeps you on your toes every day. You never know what you're going to see.
Yeah,
So
boy, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's fun and exciting and scary some days. So,
Right,
yeah.
right. So your job, as mentioned earlier, is both community service and authority, and that's got to be you have to be a special kind of individual to balance that, to manage that. And it sounds like your deputies are those kinds of people as well.
They are.
And that's great. So you, in all of that, you're responsible for a lot of organization.
Yeah.
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 So-
I got good people.
Yeah, that's great.
Can I mention that again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I love to take all the credit, but I surely cannot. I got a whole lot of people that work in this office that keep me where I'm supposed to be and on time, and sometimes I still mess that up. So, but yeah, it is. It's a constant reminder every day that I need a calendar, and it needs to be on my phone.
Yeah,
It's right
yeah.
there with me all the time. So,
Surely the case. With all of the things coming at you in the course of a day, I could see where you would be double, triple booked some days. And
it happens.
yes,
Yeah.
I bet. I bet it happens to me, and I'm not doing something near as important as what you're doing. So, yeah. Well, thank you so much,
Absolutely.
and so glad that you're in office here. So much respect for your background, your experience, and I think we are very blessed in Mills County to have you here
Thank you.
as our sheriff, and to have that level of experience, that level of care for the community, the county, because you're not only serving in the capacity of sheriff, but you've served on the school board, and you've been the mayor of Glenwood, and you serve on some boards too. You mentioned earlier.
Yep, I sit on a couple of different volunteer fundraising boards. One for conservation, one for another sort of conservation group that's based out of Wyoming, and then of course I am also the president of the Iowa Police Combat League, which is Iowa's shooting league for police officers.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So a
Very
little bit of
nice.
everything. I should probably be busier than what I am even. So,
Yeah.
but
So I have to ask, when you go on these competitions, these shooting competitions, are you using an array of different weapons, or are you using just
a little bit of everything,
pistols?
yes.
Are you?
Yep,
Okay,
a little bit of everything.
okay.
Yep. For the Iowa Police Combat League, it's all handgun based.
Okay.
For everything from your off-duty gun through your duty gun to a stock revolver to a competition revolver to 1911 semi-automatics. So a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
The competition, the one in Wyoming that's based out of Wyoming is actually it's a hunting handgun hunting competition is what it's called.
Oh, okay.
And that one is strictly well, you do a 22 revolver, you do iron sight revolver, scoped revolver, and then a specialty pistol. So
Okay.
it's a little bit of everything as well, but
Okay.
everything is pretty much handgun based for me. I fell in love with handgun hunting and handgun shooting years ago. So
Well, I see a pronghorn up here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we have a buck back here behind us.
Yeah.
So
I do that on the side when I can,
okay.
when I have time.
Okay.
Yep.
Have you gone out of the country on big game hunts? Are you interested in that at all?
I've never gone out of country. The pronghorn antelope came out of Wyoming. I've been to Wyoming and South Dakota to hunt those. Just recently went down to Texas to hunt mule deer and javelina. Made my way up to Alaska once.
Oh, wow.
Been to Montana a couple of times.
Okay.
And South Dakota, yep. So
Yeah.
I try.
Yeah.
The budget, raising four daughters and working full time, and
Right.
it never really was super conducive to just going anywhere. But
I bet.
yeah.
I bet.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have other places I want to go yet. Yes.
Sure. Sure. And a whole lifetime ahead of you to get that done.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Yep.
All right. Well, it's been very nice getting to know you today and getting to spend some time with you and learning about your family and what you do here in Mills County. And I so appreciate being able to sit down and visit with you today.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. You bet.
Thank you. Sheriff Greg Schultz here in Mills County. You've been watching Mills County Roots, and we'll see you again tomorrow.